Good evening, everyone. This is Darla Tweeten, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa. And I'm coming to you live tonight. I'm trying to get my notebook here, make sure that my orientation is correct. And it looks like it is. Yay! I tell you what, after a couple of weeks of it being wonky, I get really nervous that it's not going to be straight. So anyway, good evening, everyone. And if you're watching the live, it's good evening wherever you may be. If you catch the replay, then I want you to leave a comment saying that you watched the replay and let me know if you're going to try some of the retired ink colors that I'm going to be showing tonight. And if you do try them, don't be afraid to share them with everyone on the Tweet Be Happy Facebook page, because you know what inspires me? What inspires me is when you guys post cards that you've made. They don't look like mine. They're your own style, and that's the beauty of being an artist. We were all given our own mind from the good Lord, and we use our own mind when we see color, when we see shapes, when we see designs. And tonight, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you my vision of using some of these retiring ink colors to make St. Patrick's Day cards. Now, I'm going to look and see if using some of these retiring ink colors to make St. Patrick's Day cards. Now, I'm going to look and see. I had the volume the wrong way. Wouldn't you know it? Anyway, I was going to look and see if I have any comments yet. I'd like to, and I wish I would have done this before I started, to look up the meaning of St. Patrick's Day. I know it does have a little bit of a religious holiday to it. Or a religious meeting, I should say, because of the word St. Patrick's. But I grew up knowing that you wear green on, I think it's March 19th, isn't it? Isn't that when St. Patrick's Day is this year? It's either the 17th or the 19th. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I should have did more research, as you can tell. But anyway, if you are just joining me, this is Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa. And I'll try to sit still. I can't believe how much I move when I talk like this. I know I have a nice comfy chair that I sit in up here, and it kind of swivels. So I know when I get to really talking, I guess I swivel in the chair. So I hope that doesn't irritate you too terribly much. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started in about a minute or so. I'm waiting to see if others will join us on this live tonight. We'll just wait like maybe 30 more seconds, and then we will get started. I'm really excited to show you these St. Patrick's cards that I've created tonight. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down to my work surface, and we'll start making the cards. But I guess before we do that, I should let you know that this is March 3rd, and Stampin' Up! Did have some March online exclusives go live today. And I do want to let you know that there's some of the suites that are not available at this time, but don't fear, they will be coming back on March 23rd. And I believe the reason that that so many of those suites are not available is a good thing. It's a good thing because being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we do get to order the new products 30 days in advance. And that allows us to order the products, get them in the mail, and then, you know, have about a week or so to create with some of the products. Now, you and I both know that, you know, we can't create with all of them in a week. So, but anyway, that's a good testament to Stampin' Up! that they've got some really neat March online exclusives. And you won't find those in the catalog. You will only find them online. So when you go on to my website, which is darlatweeten.stampinup.net, go to the menu, of course, go down to shopping, and then continue to go down just a few more options, and I think it'll say new products, okay? When you select the new products, it's going to show you all of the March exclusives. It's going to show you the 3 brand new kits that we have. So it's a big day for us today, March 3rd, with those all becoming available. So I would love it if you guys would go look at my store, and I would love it especially if you would place an order and give it a try. Also, there is the paper pumpkin that you need to purchase by the 10th of March, which is called the Fluttering Garden, which has a pretty hummingbird in it, and also it has an extra set of stamps. So it's going to come with 2 stamp sets, and one of them is going to be this hummingbird. And the beauty of the paper pumpkin subscription is it all comes to you in your mailbox in a red box. Sometimes it's decorated. Sometimes it's got like maybe a hummingbird on it, but most of the time it's a red box. And if you're new to stamping, or even if you're not new, I've been stamping for about 20 years, and I thoroughly enjoy getting my paper pumpkin box in the mail because there's no guessing on colors or measurements, because everything you need comes in that paper pumpkin kit. And so it's ready to go. And currently, the cost is $27 a month. It is going to be going up $2 next month. So we are having a little bit of a price increase, but I still feel it's very worthwhile. By the time you bought a stamp set, bought the inks and the papers and the tools, you would have much more than $27 into your... Usually we make 8 or 9 cards. I'm not sure how many we make this time. But anyway, now I am going to be rotating you down to my work surface. Hello, Deb. Welcome. And I am going to be moving... Close your eyes if you get dizzy. I'm going to be moving my camera up so that you can see my work surface. Okay. There. I think we'll be okay with that. So it looks like you can see about down to here. Okay, let's see if I can adjust that just a little bit further. There, sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. That is not my intentions at all. But anyway, this is my work surface. And a couple of other things I want to show you or tell you is that when you place a $50 order in my online store, as a thank you, I will send you a project of the month from my accountability group, which is called Marvelous Lollies. It's a group of 7 demonstrators from all over the United States. We collaborate and we take turns. We have, 3 people on a month, and you're always working with different people. And this will be our 3rd month that we've done this. So I am needing to send out my February project of the month to those customers and team members that did place a $50 order. So be watching your email for that. Then I want to tell you about, I have an event, which is a kits night. And last month we had a blind date with a kit, which was kind of fun. The gals, when they came, they had no idea what their kit was going to be. And I had wrapped them in retired DSP. So they picked the kit according to the wrapping paper of the DSP. It was rather fun. I think they all enjoyed it. And our next one is March 18th. Can you believe that this is March 3rd? I don't know where January and February went to. But let's go ahead. These are my cheat sheet notes here. Who else has to have cheat sheet notes on what they're doing? I do, to stay focused. So tonight what I want to focus on are the 5 retiring colors that will be going soon. We will, our annual catalog ends May 3rd. And I don't think these retiring in colors for 24 through 26, though, they will last until then. Usually the ink pads disappear, the ink refills, and the cardstock and the blends. So if you want to get ink refills for these ink pads, I would highly recommend that you do it sooner rather than later. And tonight, like I told you, we wanted to do some St. Patrick's Day cards, and I'm going to be using the seasonal celebrations, which is the same stamp set that we did use last week. Last week we used the bunny and the little face on a banner die cut that we had done. Tonight we're going to use this shamrock, and then we're going to use these confettis. So what do you think we'll do next month or next week? You'll have to wait and find out, won't you? I'll hopefully use a different stamp set, you guys, though. I am going to be also using the prayers and promises. This is another really, really nice sentiment stamp set. Did you notice this is all sentiments, and this is no sentiments, all pictures. But wait till you see the size of these stamps. They're really big. They're really nice. So tonight we're going to be using only this Sending Love one up here. It is a separate individual stamp, but you can use Sending Love, and then you can use these other sentiments at the same time. Also, I'm going to be using tonight the Fabulous Sayings, which was the it was the January product of the month, which was just sentiments. And we're going to be using You Can Do Anything tonight on a couple of the cards that I made. So let's go ahead and let's talk again about these retiring in colors. Now, I did want to do, St. Patrick's Day cards, and I knew I had the Shy Shamrock and I had the Summer Splash. When I was looking at my DSP, I did find the Mixed Up Patterns. It was a very nice set of DSP. It has a lot of blues and greens in it. So I chose these 2 sheets of paper. And earlier today, I did share with you the Casing Tuesday 554 that we're going to be using. So getting back to, this is how large This is how large that stamp set is. Isn't that cool? Now, I know somebody asked me what size is that. And let me just measure that right here. It is about 2 inches. Goodness. It is about 2 inches by 2 inches. So it is a nice size. I don't know about you guys, but I like to use big stamp sets. I find them really nice. I don't know if I like using the green as much because, as you can tell, my hands are really stained. And I'm not really sure how I got all the green on there other than I did. I don't know if when I was cleaning my stamps, I, got too close to the chamois and did that. So let's go ahead and get started with these colors. Now, I did want to have 3 greens, so I did bring in my Old Olive, the Summer Splash, and the Shy Shamrock. Now, to me, when I'm looking at these colors here, here is the Old Olive, and here's the Shy Shamrock, and here's the Summer Splash. I really like that Summer or Shy Shamrock color. I think that's, pretty close. And I don't know what better green there might be. Maybe, I don't know. We have some beautiful shades of green. And in my world, you don't have to have the exact shade. You choose the shade that makes you happy. Let me get a clean piece of paper here so that you aren't seeing my mess. So again, this is Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa. And I'm excited to announce that on March 6th, I will have been with Stampin' Up! For 8 years. So even though I have stamped for about 20 years, I have been a demonstrator for 8 years. And when I first joined, I joined because I had a list of over $99 of products that I wanted. And, somebody said, well, you know what? You should just buy a starter kit and you can order, additional product. You could order a total of $125 and it would cost me $99. Plus, every time after I shopped, afterwards, I would get a 20% discount. I signed up right away. I knew, being in the financial planning business, I knew it was about saving money, conserving your dollars. And so I signed up 8 years ago. So, and I had no intentions of building a business. I had no intentions of building a team. I had no intentions of doing lives, but look where I'm at in the eight years. Where do you think I'll be in 8 more years? Do you have any guesses? Hi, Peggy. Yes, Peggy, I love those greens too. I always feel really bad that I haven't used them a lot. So I know we're going to have new colors coming out, and I have seen them, but I couldn't tell you the names of them. But until then, I'm going to get some more goodie out of this. I got some cardstock to use. I've got some ribbon to use. So that's what I plan to do. You're wanting to know, does it have a letter on the die? What die are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're asking me, Peggy. If you could clarify that, that would be great. So one of the cards I made earlier today was this card right here. I did it on thick white cardstock, and it doesn't, this is only a stamp set. It doesn't come with dies. It would be really nice if Stampin' Up! Had a clover punch. But anyway, so you have to fussy cut those out. I don't mind that a bit. So like I said, this is on white, thick white cardstock. I use the side A of the mixed up patterns, in which is 166992, and then I used another piece of the mixed up patterns for a frame like on this, and then I stamped, I used the Shy Shamrock on the card base. I also stamped it on there, and then I thought I needed to bring an old olive shamrock in there since I had the old olive here, and then I used the confetti and old olive on this one, okay? Another card I did, and this is the one that is probably going to be closest to what we do again, is this card right here. And instead of using the thick white cardstock, I did use the Shy Shamrock cardstock, and basically, you know, did the tone-on-tone stamping. I love tone-on-tone stamping. And this is just one stamp on there. You could do second generation if you wanted to. And then if you can tell, I switched the left and the right sides around. What do you think? So I didn't really have a St. Patrick's Day stamp. I may have one, but I didn't take the time to look for it. But we have some really close family friends that are very big on St. Patrick's Day. So I am thinking of them tonight as I'm creating these cards. And one of the young gentlemen in that family is in the Marines, and so one of these cards will be going to North Carolina, because that's where he is at right now. So so obviously I'm sending him love, and then on the inside of it I have stamped "You Can Do Anything." So I'm pretty sure that's the one that I'll be sending to our Marine. So so let's go ahead and let's do something similar to that. I'm going to go ahead and open up my ink pads. Now, did you guys realize that when you get your ink pads, on the back of them are labels? And so when you peel those labels off, and this is a Pretty in Pink, which is a retiring color. You can pull these off here, and what's left then are labels. And after you peel that off, you can put one of the labels, just a minute here, I can't get you can put one of the labels right here, so you see the Pretty in Pink when it's in your stamp storage, okay? The other one you can put on your lid right here, which just tells you it's a pink. And something that I recently learned about was there is an extra one on here. So what I've done is I've put it on the side here, okay? So on my Summer Splash, I have, I wonder, no, I don't know why, but on the back of this one, so there's a Summer Scorch label here, and then it does show me the color if it's laying right here on the side. When it's opened up, I can see it on the side still, plus I have a Summer Splash inside. So all of my newer ones are this way. I'm not really sure. You can see here, I think I like the Shy Shamrock being on this outside here, and then having just the plain on the inside right there, okay? Now this is an old style of ink pad with the felt pad in it, which I really prefer much, much better. This is what we are going to be going back to in our new magnetic kits, okay? So here's our greens that we're going to use for tonight. And we are going to, you know, use the thick white card base. And I have a piece of Shy Shamrock cardstock, and that size is 3 3/4 inches by 5. So what I'm going to start to do is, I think it's pretty dark. Another thing, when we have these photopolymer stamp sets, if you hold them up, you can see whether or not you've gotten a good image on them. And since I have stamped this already, I kind of know where to strategically place my my two-tone stamping. So isn't this just a beautiful color? So I'm going to stamp that about right there. And then, I wonder if I did that first tone there, did I? And then this one, I'm going to kind of, you know, twist it a little bit and have it go that way. Okay, so that will be our second layer of our cardstock. We are going to take this is a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I am, since I'm using the Shy Shamrock, I am going to continue, even though this is old olive, I'm going to continue to stamp the Shy Shamrock on there to bring it into, you know, into coordination. And then there's this cute little confetti stamp here. I'm just going to stamp that a couple of times around here. I also meant to do that on here, just to kind of, you know, give it a look of DSP. And I'm not really sure, you can't really see that, but that's okay. That's okay. So that is the confetti. So we have that right there. So we can, let's go ahead and apply that to our second layer here. So, okay, the clear black. You want to know what the number is on the clear black, Peggy? It is a clear black D. Okay, good question. The other one that I'm using is on an A, and we no longer sell those, I believe. I'm not real sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and with our silicone pad here, I'm going to take my bone folder and just crease this card very, very good. And then I am going to, am I still in the camera when I'm doing this? I'm going to go, CO Plus is my adhesive of choice. So I'm going to put that, let's see, I think I liked it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to go over here. I stamped it a little bit further down on, or a little bit further to the, the left-hand side of this piece of 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, I like to kind of ruffle up the paper, kind of break down the fibers. Okay, so now here comes the fun part, which is another piece of the same size, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. These could possibly be cut down a little bit more so that you could see more of your cardstock. I'm just following the Casing Tuesday for right now. And what I wanted to do was, I do not have, okay, I'm going to cut this piece down a little bit because it should be 2.5 by 2.5. So just a minute. Let me I'm off the camera here for a minute, because if I did it on the camera, I would run the chance of getting it into my ink pads. Okay, so then our next issue is going to be that the back of this is pink. That's okay. That's okay. What we're going to do is we are going to just turn the cardstock the other way, and it's going to be fine. So on this piece right here, I really liked it when I stamped the shamrock in Shy Shamrock directly onto the piece of white. And this is just basic white. And that is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. It's actually supposed to be creating a frame, if you know what I mean, okay? And then we are going to, I like how outstanding the black is on the green. So we're going to take our Memento Black, and I'm taking the Sending Love from the Prayers and Promises, this one right here, and I'm going to stamp it right in the middle of the Shy Shamrock. Shamrock. Wow. Didn't realize that it was the same. Okay. Then let's go ahead and to bring in the Old Olive, let's go ahead with some of the confetti and just kind of stamp around the shamrock. So what do you guys think? Do you guys make St. Patrick's Day cards? Are you going to? Do you want to use up your ink colors to create that with? Let's go ahead and just do some little confetti. I don't think we're going to see much of it on here, but anyway, we did it, okay? So let's go ahead and we will adhere the 2 1/2 piece to the 2 3/4 inch piece. And they're squares. And you can see here where the lines are going vertical there. And so I am going to have them go horizontal on this piece, okay? And then I am going to take dimensionals, and I will put 5 on there. I will put 1 in each corner. And then I will take my pick tool, and I'm going to kind of break the fibers down on this too. I'm thinking of, I know that other card I'm sending to our Marine, but you know that they're tough dudes and gals to be in the Marines, and we all know that paper's tough, isn't it? Paper can go through a lot. The only real enemy of paper is water, isn't it? So let's go ahead and kind of give that some personality. And let's see here. So in following the casing 554, this is supposed to be at an angle also. But I think I'm going to make it straight this time. And I am going to angle my Sending Love this time. What do you think? So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on that layer too, so that it makes it raise above the other piece of Designer Series paper that's on the left hand side. So the right hand side, we are going to, are you wondering why I'm doing that? It seems like when you take your pick tool, then it picks them up a lot easier because they're kind of been disturbed. So and you don't necessarily have to peel off the center papers because they're more or less there to hold your piece of paper up, your object up. Okay, there's our card. What do you think? Let's go ahead and adhere it. I like to use the Seal Plus here in Iowa. We have a lot of humidity, and I do put my cards on upside down. but before we do that, oh, I just saw, I need to get some green on my fingers. I'm going to just kind of take my Shy Shamrock ink pad and add some color to the edges of this white, and that will get your your hands a little green. Now watch this. I don't know. See, look at here, it's already green. And don't be afraid to wipe your hands on your chamois. Now don't be afraid. This is going to be something that I had not planned to do, but I want to try it. I'm just going to do a swoosh across the inside of my card. What do you think? I did it very light-handed, just enough to add color to the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and be careful that you don't. Oh, this is the front, isn't it? I almost put it on the back. Uh-oh. I did run the swoosh on the top side. That's okay. Let's see what we're going to do with that now. So let's go ahead and put this on the front of our card. It's a little plain, isn't it? So let's just take a few quick seconds, and again, I'm just kind of doing this on the fly, but I am going to be adding some old olive confetti to this, just to kind of, you could have used the Shy Shamrock for sure. So, okay, so we did that. Let's go ahead and flip this now. You never know what you're going to be inspired to do. But here we go, guys. I'm very, very happy with this card. It is on thick white cardstock, and we roughed up the DSP a little bit. We roughed up this white piece just a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit more dog-eared. I can't believe I'm doing that, because when I read a book, I detest dog-eared pages. But yet when I do my cards, that's what I do. So, okay, so we are done with that card. I could put some embellishments on it, but I'm going to just leave it plain. Let's move to the inside of this one now. And what color should we carry into this one? We have not done the Shy Shamrock yet, and I'm feeling the need to do that. So let's go ahead and do a Shy Shamrock right there. And then let's go ahead and open Summer Splash. I just did. Shy Shamrock is what I'm going to do now, and that's the cardstock that I have been using tonight. So I am just going to go ahead and I don't know if there's you know, different numbers of with St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if there's a significance in that, but I'm going to just go ahead and just kind of turn it a little bit to the left, and you can't really see a lot of difference, but you and I both know there is a difference. And then I'm going to bring my black memento back into the picture, and this this Forever, it's Fabulous Sayings, this You Can Do Anything, I'm going to stamp that in black on the center of the inside of the card, right on top of, I hope it shows up. I probably should have maybe done second generation stamping, but it does show up. You can do anything. I like that. And then we're going to, you know, St. Patrick's Day is quite a party affair. There's, you know, green beer, they have parades, they, you know, stay up all day, all night, whatever. I can't imagine, I know up in the cities, they have a parade that lasts for quite a while. And then, obviously, I love this little heart that I got from the 12 Days of Crafting. And we must find a place for this little heart. And it's going to go right there. That's kind of something that I like to add. Now, I'm not going to do anything with this up here, and that is that card. What do you guys think? Did I inspire you to create a St. Patrick's Day card and get your hands all full of ink? Have I inspired you to do that? My hands kind of look like my grandboys, but I know that I can go to the sink with water and they will clean up really well. So that is one of the card ideas that we have used with most of, well, we've used we've used 2 of the 5 2024, 2026 in colors that are going to be retiring. Now, I do want to do just one more kind of fun thing. What time is it? It's about 20 till. I'll try and hurry here. Another thing that I did is I stamped the 3 colors. I think I told you this already. And then on a couple of them, I fussy cut out the shamrocks. The card that I want to do now is just something simple and something quick and something fun. So we are going to go ahead and take our bone folder and get a good crease on this. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to attempt to get all 5 of the retiring colors on the front of this card. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so let's go ahead, and we have been using shamrocks, but I'm in the mood to do a pink one. So let's do a petunia pop one about right there. Now we all know that the card stock is in quadrants, isn't it? But we are doing 5. So how are we going to do that? So, okay. I'm going to stamp the next one right there. So that is number 2. So I should have closed up the old olive. We're not going to use that one. But we are going to use the pecan pie. I'm going to hate to see this color leave. I have really enjoyed this card. So if I did one there, I could do another green. I'm going to go ahead and do my pecan pie down here. So I am going to be a little lopsided, aren't I? But you know what? Let's see what we could do with this. And then here's the shy shamrock. Okay. So I have kind of a large space left for the 5th color, don't I? Which is Summer Splash. Now, do we want to put, I know now that I should have spaced my pinks and my greens differently. But if I do put, I'm going to put this one at an angle. Okay. So there's the 5 colors that are going to be retiring. Now let's go ahead and with the black, I did have this gold shamrock that I fussy cut out. Those of you that took the virtual card retreat, remember we did the gold embossing on paper? Well, I had a large piece of the gold left. So, it's not going to work on here, but, I'm going to do something with that too. So let's go ahead, and I love the saying, you can do anything, but I believe we need to put that on a piece of white cardstock. And again, you guys, I am just doing this on the fly. I am just creating with you, and I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. So that is going to be our sentiment. And let's see here. We've got some confetti we can use. This may take a little hot minute. I'm going to go ahead and use all the colors to kind of pull them all together now. Ooh, I love that petunia pop. I love it. And pecan pie is one that we have not used yet. And since petunia pop is such a beautiful color, it's going to get to be on there twice. So let's go ahead and just kind of break this down a little bit. And we will just put this across our thing here. Let's get some dimensionals. This would be a card that you could, you know, you could add a second layer on it if you wanted to and create the shamrocks on that. That would give it a little bit more interest. And so I'm going to put that down here. You can do anything. And then inside, you can put whatever you'd like. I'm going to just leave it blank for right now. But because I need to use this little heart, I'm going to put my little heart right there, that you can do anything. So, and I think that's good. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this live a good live. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've inspired you to use the retiring colors a little bit more than you normally would have, just because they're not going to be around very long. And they are beautiful. They are, to me, they speak spring, and they're perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Throw in the pinks, and you could have a very nice party. And then the pecan pie is kind of the foundation and neutralizes all the color, doesn't it? So anyway, I sent out 7 March birthday cards today. I want to wish those on my sideline of Little Piece of Art Stampers. We have 7 birthdays in March. I'd like to wish them all a happy birthday. I also would like to kind of celebrate my 8-year anniversary with Stampin' Up! That's coming up Friday. And anything else that we have going on in you guys' world. I pray for each one of you every night. And if you need anything from me, you know where to find me. This is Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa, signing off on this beautiful March 3rd night. And I will see you again next Tuesday night, March 10th at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. God bless.